Hi everyone, happy Friday. I'm here with another Reddit Reads in front of my salt and pepper shakers. Today's Reddit Reads that I want to share today is really simple, really quick, and I think it's just something that it's almost similar to my Myth Mondays that I like to talk about, but this isn't a Reddit post. So to begin with, it was posted on the r/autism subreddit a year ago, and it is titled, "Do autistic individuals actually experience less libido?" I've heard that people with autism are less sexual and have a lower sense of libido. I've heard this from people online when discussing such topics, and I've seen it portrayed in movies like Forrest Gump. I myself, while not diagnosed, believe I could have high-functioning autism, but I do have a strong sense of libido. Is this an actual thing, or is this something more of like an over-exaggeration? And so, after reading this, I took some notes, and here are my thoughts. In general, yeah, it's a little bit of an over-exaggeration, and I think it has to do with the stereotype depictions of sex drive through media misrepresentation. I also think, please correct me if I'm wrong, but thinking back to Forrest Gump, I don't remember if the movie specifically stated that he had autism. And so let's say that Forrest Gump did have a low libido, like that doesn't necessarily mean that it has to do with autism, but please correct me if I'm wrong. Research doesn't support this notion, and it actually reports that autistic individuals report similar sex drives to those who are not autistic. And so I believe that the media and just society in general loves to infantilize and basically visually sterilize the sex experience and desires of those with ASD, and that's why I recently made the masterclass on infantilization, because I do believe that sometimes it can start at home and then spread into larger society. So if you have any time, please go check that out. I posted it a little bit earlier this week. That's why I'm so passionate about this subject, because people writing off individuals as non-sexual doesn't only exclude them from love, but it could actually put them in harm's way. It could be very dangerous. And so this is why it's a really important topic and something that people are able to protect themselves when they have accurate information. Knowledge is power, and so I think it's really important to be able to disseminate accurate information to those so that they are able to understand their lived experience. In general, I would say that this is a little bit of an over-exaggeration, but if I were to play devil's advocate, there is some research that does state that autistic individuals are 7.5 times more likely to identify as asexual, but within that research, it doesn't really talk about different levels or different forms of desire, intimacy, and it doesn't talk about romance in any aspect. And so being asexual is just a subsect of different forms of sexuality, like different labels that one can recognize themselves as, and so that doesn't necessarily have to do with being autistic. I would just like to end on, you can have autism and have a high sex drive, and actually I think this is such an interesting topic, because if you really think about it, like if you get into like the nitty-gritty, I feel as if those with autism sometimes are either sensory seekers or sensory avoiders, right? And so if you're a sensory seeker, intercourse is sensory stimulation. It could be a form of regulating oneself. And so I do think that a high libido could be in congruence with somebody having an autism diagnosis. I don't think that they have to be mutually exclusive. And so that's what I wanted to share today. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Please give me any other ideas that you guys want me to make, and I have a very exciting post coming up that I want to share. I was able to partner with a company and share a couple of little products that they sent to me, and so like I'm really excited to not only share those products but also to incorporate it into the larger conversation when it comes to ASD and sex education. So look out for that in the future. But again, thank you so much. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!